my issue wasn't with the individual student. I have an issue with a system that is going to encourage this form of misbehavior, and I do sympathize with the confused transgender students because they've been wronged by their parents and by society. And
that's what I'm talking about. This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, remember we have 60% off our clearance rack, but also this new shirt that I got on right now, Born Free Blackout version, is available right now for pre-order. So if you see it on, all you just click the pre-order button, you can pre-order it. We will have them shipped on Friday. So you can go down, you can look at all of our coming soon. We're going to have all of them available right now. We don't have it because I'm recording this, but we'll get it fixed. We'll have all these available for pre-order. So all of our new merch items, you can go on, click it, pre-order it. Also, if you don't want to pre-order, which I suggest that you do, because when they gone, when we sell out, we sold out, and the people who pre-order are going to get theirs first. You can hit notify me when made available. So if you don't want to just do the pre-order, notify me when made available. You will be notified when we put it in stock on Friday. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime we go live, make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another young man with the master plan. And I wish this kid was an American. I think he's an American at heart. Obviously, this happening in Canada at a Catholic school, a Catholic high school, where the young man has had enough. When are we going to get more young men to step up, and show out? I did another video about a young man that was so inspiring to me. I even sent him a Christmas gift. He was so inspiring to me. So inspiring to me. Had 3 million views on that video. This young man is I'm equally as proud of him. And you're going to see why I'm proud of him. Because it takes men, young men with courage, to stand up and do what's right in the face of adversity. And this young man, it should be the poster child for enough is enough. It's time for us to stand up and be men. 16 years old. Boy, 16. Some of y'all grown won't even do what he did. He's 16. Roll the clip. I want to make a quick observation. Do you know why he's not getting beat up and thrown up under the car? And it's not because he's white. It's because he's not resisting arrest. I just want to say that. I just want to throw that out there. You're a hero, young man. You're a hero. All right, now he's going to go on the news and he's going to give an explanation of what happened and why he did what he did. All right. Roll the clip.
Very quickly, I was informed by female students that male students were using the female washrooms. This is an issue that came up in the class debate, and I used that platform to share my opinions, as every other student had the opportunity to do. And I quoted some scripture. I said that there's only 2 genders, and apparently because there was transgender students in those classes, that was considered bullying. And I went beyond the classroom and I took it to the office and I said, okay, this is an issue. There's female students that are uncomfortable. Something needs to be done. And I was ignored. A female student made the same complaint I did, and they ignored her as well. So at that point, I decided to organize a protest outside my school. And 2 days before the protest, they suspended me indefinitely. And then they permanently banned me from 2 of my classes. And when I attended those classes, they suspended me again and then excluded me twice. And at the end of the semester, on the first day of the new semester, I decided to return to school and try to recover my credits and actually get an education. And yeah, they arrested me.
That is unbelievable. You know, it's important for us to note, though, we did reach out to the school to get their side. However, they actually declined to comment on this matter. That said, we know that your lawyer says, and we mentioned the school is accusing you of bullying transgender students. You know, what do you say to that?
Well, my issue was never with the individual student, and I made that very clear with both my on my social media in person and on my media responses. My issue wasn't with the individual student. I have an issue with a system that is going to encourage this form of misbehavior, and I do sympathize with the confused transgender students because they've been wronged by their parents and by society and by the education system that has pushed this indoctrination on them. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I'm going to condone their wrongful behavior, especially when it's a violation of my female peers' privacy.
He's 16. He's only 16. This boy sound like a president. This boy sound, he make more sense than the president of the United States and in Canada, the prime minister in Canada. Somebody find this boy. What was his name? Josh Alexander? Somebody find him. I want to talk to him, just like I did the other young man. Amazing young men that are going to turn the world around. I want to just explain real quick what he did and why I think it's fair. You have these school systems who are disenfranchising students on behalf of other students. They're disenfranchising young girls on behalf of confused young boys. This is what they're doing. In my personal opinion, if you want to be trans, you want to do all that stuff, listen, this is Canada, but you live in America. But when your constitutional rights begin to overshadow or thwart another person's constitutional rights, that's where we have to draw the line. Young women do not feel comfortable with young men who are confused going into female bathrooms. It's very simple. You don't have to not transition. You don't have to be who you always want to be. You just can't go in a female bathroom. And if you go use the restroom at home, there should be no controversy. You can't go in the bathroom and you can't take showers. Why? Why? It's not because some arbitrary person that's floating around in the atmosphere don't like it. Young women are being affected. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Just like Leah Thomas and the swimmers.
One of the things that you are campaigning against with the NCAA is to make sure that men who have transitioned to be a woman do not share the same locker room as female athletes.
Correct.
Did you share a locker room with Leah Thomas?
Yes. The NCAA, of course, we competed against Thomas, but we were not forewarned beforehand that we would be sharing a locker room with Leah. We did not give our consent. They did not ask for our consent. But in that locker room, we turned around and there's a 6'4" biological man dropping his pants and watching us undress. And we're exposed to male genitalia. And so that,
because
to me,
he hasn't had surgery, gender-affirming surgery.
Correct. At the time, correct. And so that, to me, was worse than the competition piece. Not even probably a year, 2 years ago, this would have been considered some form of sexual assault, voyeurism. But now, not even are they just allowing it to happen, it's almost as if these large organizations are encouraging it to happen. Of course, after our NCAA championships, the NCAA then nominated Thomas for NCAA Woman of the Year. So we're celebrating this movement. This isn't something that happened by chance on a one-off basis. They're encouraging men to compete in women's sport.
The young women are saying, homeboy dropping his trousers right in the locker room, and we feel uncomfortable. I remember when there was a point in time where people actually cared about women's rights. People actually cared about protecting young women and children. And now they don't care because the wokeness has superseded the rights of other people. If you can out-woke somebody, you can out-victimize, you can out-minoritize. I just made that word up, but you know what I'm talking about. If you are the biggest, baddest, the newest minority on the block, you somehow have a privilege over every single other person. Our country is fought so women can have rights and have equality and fairness. And I do not believe that a person who's having an internal struggle should be able to thwart somebody else's rights because of their own internal struggle. It's not right. It's a slippery slope. And I'm glad the young man stood tall and made his presence known. Because it's, you know, like they always say, I'm trying not to be a leftist. It's not enough not to be racist. You got to be anti-racist. Well, you know, maybe I'll use their talking points. It's not enough for you to see that there's an injustice against women. You should be the person that stands up against that. And he did nothing different than Martin Luther King, meaning that there was a rule in place that he wanted to take a stand And when they came to arrest him, he peacefully, was arrested. He didn't fight. He didn't run. He wasn't rude. He wasn't a jerk. He took where it was going, and then he made his presence known. He made his statement known. Now he's on television, and now I'm talking about it. I believe if young men, young people will focus their time, effort, and energy on the things that are right, things that are just, things that are of a good report. If we will focus on those things, I think the world will change. Instead of focusing on fake hate crimes and all this other stuff that young people are focusing on, being woke and I'm a victim and all this stuff. No, stand up for something that's real. The young man was standing up for something that is real, that has a real permeating effect. And that don't mean you don't like people. That means you have to stand your ground in a place in which you believe is protecting the rights of other people. It is very simple to me. Shout out to this young man. Y'all go find him, give him my info, somebody do something, because I just really want to bless him. Whatever way I can. I don't know, we want to raise some money for him. I don't know what he need, but I want us to bless him because it is rare that you see a young man with that much fortitude that's willing to stand for something no matter what the cost is. I love this video. It inspired me. The young man inspired me. And I just had to make this video. Like and subscribe to the channel. Get your merch at Tatum Store. Link is in the description section. I'll see y'all the next one. I'm out.